Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So myself Dr. Anil Terdal, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemistry, JSS Arts, Science and Commerce College, Gokak, affiliated to Rani Chennamma University, Belgavi. In the we already started discussing about thermal analysis. In that we started discussing about thermogravimetric analysis. In the first part of the video, we have discussed the introduction to thermal analysis, also the types of the thermal analysis. Then we started discussing about the thermogravimetric analysis in that introduction and principle. So we discussed all these things. So I will just recap in 1 or 2 minutes. So what I discussed before. So here thermal analysis is simply a branch of material science where the properties of materials are studied as they change with the temperature. So there are mainly two changes, that is physical and chemical changes. Those are monitored by thermal analysis. So we have various materials which need to be examined before their practical use. So well, there are six types of thermal analysis. In that, we started discussing about thermogravimetric analysis. Thermogravimetric analysis, the principle is very simple. The change in the weight of the substance is recorded as a function of temperature in a controlled environment. So you can see here this is a thermogram, thermogram or a thermogravimetric curve, TGA curve it is. So we have already discussed so how TGA curve is for AgNO3 sample and calcium oxalate monohydrate sample. So far we have discussed this much, and then we will see. So these are the TGA curves. So what are the main factors which are affecting these curves? So we'll see that here in this video. So here there are two factors. One is the instrumental factor and other is the sample characteristics which are affecting TGA curve. So in the instrumental factors, again there are two factors which are affecting. One is the furnace heating rate and other is the furnace atmosphere. In the sample characteristics, we have again two. One is the weight of the sample which is affecting, and next is the sample size or a particle size is also affecting the TGA curve. So we know that we already discussed the simple ray diagram of the TGA instrument where we can have a furnace, all these things. So see here, the furnace heating rate is very important. The temperature at which the compound or sample decomposes depending upon the heating rate. When the heating rate is high, the decomposition temperature is also high. The heating rate of the sample is 3.5 to 5 degrees Celsius per minute is usually recommended for reliable and reproducible TG curves. So this is about the furnace heating rate is one of the main important factor which affects the TGA curve. The furnace atmosphere inside furnace atmosphere inside the furnace surrounding the sample has a profound effect on decomposition temperature of the sample. A pure nitrogen gas from cylinder is passed through the furnace, which provides an inert atmosphere surrounding the sample. So here, weight of the sample is also affecting. A small weight of the sample is recommended. Using small weight of the sample eliminates the existence of temperature gradient through the sample. The particle size should be uniform and the particle size should be smaller. If such case, then the use of large particle or crystal may result in apparent very rapid weight loss during heating. So it is very much important to have a uniform and small size particles of the sample. If not uniform or if not smaller size, then what will happen? The rapid weight loss during the heating which can be observed in the TGA curve. So such factors which are very important which these are affecting on TGA curve. So let us look some of the applications of the thermogravimetric analysis, that is TGA. TGA is being utilized to investigate the thermal stability of various chemical substances or materials. The second one is it is also used to examine the decomposition pattern of complex materials. For studying sublimation behavior of various chemical substances or materials is also investigated by using TGA. The fourth application is very important. Still, people are being used in the research. So TGA is widely used technique to examine the coordination behavior of the water molecule. So we all know that. So in the various coordination complexes or wide range of coordination complexes where water molecule is used as a ligand. But if you want to confirm that whether the water molecule is coordinated or if it is not coordinated, this is the one of the most important widely used technique to examine the coordination behavior of the water molecule. So let us see what will happen in the TGA curve. In the TGA curve, pre-water molecules are adsorbed water molecules, which is not coordinated, I mean to say. So such molecules operates at 100 degrees Celsius. We can apparently observe the TGA curve at 100 degrees Celsius. Whereas the coordinated water molecules are the linked water molecules to central metal, which detaches at around 130 degrees Celsius, so that we can observe TGA curve at 130 degrees Celsius. So this data is much more important to indicate whether the water molecule is free or it is coordinated to the central metal ion. So this much is very important. The fourth application is much more important in the research. Still, people are being used in the research. The fifth one is TJ is often used to measure residual solvents and moisture. So this is much important because residues like moisture, residual solvents. So we need to observe in many pharmaceutical industries, but it also be used to determine solubility of pharmaceutical materials in solvents. The sixth one, the effect of reactive or corrosive atmosphere on materials can be observed, can be monitored by using TGA. Determination of moisture and volatile contents on materials can be determined by using thermogravimetric analysis. The eighth one, TGA is also used to determine the purity and thermal stability of both primary and secondary standards. TGA is also used to study the kinetics of the chemical reactions. So these are the important applications that I have quoted here. So there are, of course, there are many more applications of TGA, but these are the nine applications which I quoted here are very important and main applications of TGA. So let us look some of the advantages of the TGA. So it is the one of the most important advantages as a single sample is analyzed over the whole range of temperature. The variation in the values of the kinetic parameters, if any, will be indicated as we are using a single sample over the whole range of temperature. The second one is the data. The relatively small set of data is to be treated. And next one is continuous recording of weight loss as a function of temperature ensures equal weightage to examination over the whole range of the study. So these are the three advantages of the thermogravimetric analysis. And the limitations, in the limitations, so we have very few limitations, very two limitations. First one is the sample which changes, that is chemical or physical changes which are not accompanied by the change in the mass or on heating are not indicated in thermogravimetric analysis. The chemical or physical changes which are not accompanied by the change in the mass on heating are not indicated in thermogravimetric analysis. During TGA, so there are many changes which are taking place like pure fusion reactions, crystalline transition reactions, glass transitions, crystallization, and solid state reactions with no volatile product would not be indicated because they provide no change in the mass of the specimen. So this is much more important. If the reactions involving no change in the weight or if the reactions involving no product, I can say, such reactions are cannot be monitored by TGA. As I can say, the examples are glass transition temperatures. So upon the transition, the molecular weight of the glass is same as initial glass. So this is very much important. I have given one example, that is glass transition temperature. Upon the glass transition or after the transition temperature, before the transition temperature, the molecular weight, I can say, or the weight of the glass is same before and after the transitions. That's why such changes, such physical changes cannot be monitored or cannot be examined by TGA. So we have discussed in this video the factors affecting the TGA curve, and then we discussed about the general applications of TGA. Then after that we discussed the advantages of the TGA. Then we discussed limitations of TGA in the in this video. If you have any doubts, please write me in the comment box. I will answer. So this is about this today's video or today's lecture. Thank you. So please comment, you write me in the comment box. I will answer the questions. Thank you.